Hello, welcome to another 5-minute review here where we are going to gush about a video game in 5 minutes or less. Today's video is going to be about Babylon's Fall. Babylon's Fall is the latest game from Square Enix and Platinum Games. Now, full disclosure, I was given a copy of the game on Monday there as part of its early access procedure, so I was given it for free. However, this video is not sponsored. With that out of the way, let's take a look. So the first thing that is going to come to people's minds is the elephant in the room, that are the graphics. Now, I understand what they were trying to go for here with the oil painting filter and the effect throughout the game. There are some areas where it does look really nice. However, the majority of the time it can be pretty off-putting, and a lot of the models and areas are very dull, very dreary, and a lot of people describe it as looking like PlayStation 3 era graphics. Moving on, we've got the story and the characters of the game as well. Unfortunately, it kinda lacks charm. Platinum are known for going over the top with their climax in their games, and they tried to do it here, and in my opinion, it kinda failed. However, I won't spoil it. Some of the characters come out of nowhere. Most of the time something happens, you're kinda like, huh? And really, it's just a case of you're not given enough time to feel for these characters. Honestly, it's quite forgettable. But gameplay is the main important thing here. So how is the gameplay of the game? Well, it's a mixed bag. Combat can be fun if you set yourself up correctly. You have the ability to equip 4 different weapons. You have a standard slot, a heavy weapon slot, and 2 spectral slots. Spectral slots will use up your stamina gauge, and if you run out of that, you're not going to be able to dodge, block, or use your spectral weapons. Play with any combination of bow and swords, and it's really fun. They're speedy, you've got a fighting chance, they combo nicely together, and you are rewarded for it. I've got a pure platinum rank on pretty much every mission using these. On the flip side, however, you have hammers, shields, and rods. They're all very slow, generally having long wind-up times and weapon animations that can leave you open to counter-attacks for too long, in my opinion. Start an attack and try and dodge out the way, and you're using a hammer, no, you're probably going to take a hit. They do have chunky damage numbers, so if you want to see big damage numbers, those are the weapons to use. But generally, I feel like playing with those weapons punishes you, especially as a solo player. Playing online is a blast. I played online with Froob, Bowie, and Nico. We all had a great time. It was really fun running around, mixing up, comboing our attacks together, and just learning how to play. But I will say, when you play it solo, it loses that spark significantly. On to more gameplay features, and we have some really kind of weird things that happen here. Weird pacing, I would say. Crafting and the ability to collect crafting items is locked until about 1/3 of the way into the game. Your Gideon Coffin upgrades and your racial skills are locked until over midway through the game. And weapon styles and the ability to enhance your gear are locked until after you beat the final boss. In my opinion, all of those should be unlocked close to or right after you finish the tutorial or the intro sequence, especially since they alter gameplay significantly in a good way. Honestly, the racial skill that I have on my character allows me to defeat an enemy, absorb a large amount of SP while doing a really cool explosive attack, and continue the combos going. Why don't I have that towards the first half of the game? On top of that, we do have the other things here as well. Microtransactions are in the game. They are mainly cosmetic, with a few experience boosts, item drop rate boosts, and something called infamous enemy drop rate or appearance rate boosters. But honestly, I wish they weren't there. The battle pass is a generic battle pass. You'll gain points by completing missions or taking special orders like kill X amount of enemies, gather Y amount of items. It's your traditional battle pass system. There's nothing special in there. I really wanted to enjoy this game because it's Platinum and they're known for having games with great combat systems, but honestly, it's falling flat this time. The game itself is also fairly short, with me finishing the current solo content in about 15 hours. Overall, the game is fun in multiplayer, but it does have some strange design choices. It's not very long, doesn't have much staying power for solo players. At $59.99 and releasing in March when there's a lot of competition makes this game a hard sell. I would say play the demo first and see what you think about it. But there we go. That is my review on Babylon's Fall. I will see you next time in the next video, whatever video it may be. Bye.